Hello there. Hello, class. My name is Mr. Hisgov, and I'm going to be your history teacher for today. Today's lesson is very, very important. So let's take a look at the topic for today's lesson. The topic is reasons for Nkrumah's breakaway from the UGCC party. But before we begin with our discussion on the topic, let's take a look at our lesson objectives, what we should know by the end of the discussion. By the end of this lesson, you should be able to discuss the reasons that led to Nkrumah's breakaway from the UGCC party. Before we start, I would like to remind you to subscribe, share, and like our page, Hisgov TV. Let's begin our lesson with an introduction. Sergeant Dr. Kwame Nkrumah left the UGCC party to form his own political party known as the Convention's People's Party, CPP, on 12 June 1949, after he had resigned as the General Secretary of the UGCC due to differences with the Working Committee. Hence, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah became chairman of the CPP. What were some of the reasons for Nkrumah's breakaway from the UGCC party? 1. Ideological differences. Dr. Kwame Nkrumah was considerably influenced by Marxist, Leninist, and other communist ideologies, which the UGCC leadership disliked. The leadership of the UGCC were mostly moderate and reactionary middle-class lawyers and even merchants, whilst Nkrumah was radical with communist ideologies. Now, what is Marxist-Leninist ideology? Let's take a look at that. Marxist-Leninist ideology is a communist ideology that emerged from the ideas of a certain man known as Karl Marx and Vladimir Lenin. This ideology emphasized a vanguard party leading a revolution, a centrally planned economy, and the eventual establishment of a communist society. 2. Differences in approach. Dr. Kwame Nkrumah's radical approach to the nationalist process conflicted with the slow and deliberate approach of the original members of the UGCC. For whereas Nkrumah was advocating for self-government now, which required methods such as strike, demonstration, and boycotts against colonialism, the UGCC was committed to self-government in the shortest possible time, which meant the adoption of constitutional legalities for independence. Obviously, people who belong to these different positions could not be a single fighting force, and therefore there was bound to be a break. 3. Another cause of the break was Nkrumah's exclusion from the COSI committee. The appointment of all the members of the Big Six minus Nkrumah to work on the COSI committee was seen by a majority of the people as a betrayal on the part of the 5 other leaders. Nkrumah was therefore urged on by the youth in the UGCC to break away from the traitors. 4. Nkrumah's suspension from the UGCC. Dr. Kwame Nkrumah's suspension from the post of General Secretary of the UGCC and its refusal to reinstate him despite demands by the CYO led to anger and frustration at the grassroots level of the party, who pressurized the young men in the UGCC to urge Nkrumah to break away. I hope that you have been enlightened in today's lesson. Do not forget to share, like, and subscribe to this channel. Thank you for watching our video.